I've been zoning.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy RG Meffer with the first official Q&A video for Revised Gaming on the YouTube channel. We haven't been on the channel in a long time. We're about to start rolling content out on a weekly basis, so everybody get excited. But let's get into this. First of all, let's talk about format and how the Q&As are going to be working going in on a weekly basis. Every Tuesday we'll be having an upload go live. Today's upload may be coming out a little bit later than others will be in the future, because just getting used to how things are going to work. Had to make sure I got the clips that I needed, and as well as trying to figure out how I want to operate things. I wanted to do face cam and maybe have like some B-roll footage in the background or like text or something, but today we're just going to do a voiceover until we figure out how we're going to be doing things from here on out. All right, so let's talk for a minute. All right, so we're going to be putting out a tweet every week reminding everyone that we're going to be doing the weekly Q&A. Also, as you may or may have not noticed, the Discord is getting a little mini revamp to make it a little bit more accessible for everyone. And with us doing that, we're going to be adding like a category just for Q&A, so everyone, whenever you get around to like thinking about what you want to ask or what you want to see answered in the next video, you'll have somewhere to put it. It's not really set on a time limit of when you can put it there, but it'll just be there. Just, let's say like, a random night, you're just thinking about something like, I want to ask Meth, like, are we going to do so and so forth. And then that'll just be sitting there in like a bank, if you will, for when the next weekly Q&A come out, for me to go check it out, look, read through, and if it's anything that I can answer or try my best to answer, I'll get around to doing that. As well as I want to get into the habit of like showing you guys some new faces. Like, as you know, like I'm really the go-to for certain like information and stuff regarding Revise, but I want to give like the other managers like a little spotlight or a little shine. If you guys do or don't know that Dark Side, that's just recently entered the Discord, is going to be helping us out on the community management like team for like certain stuff. So we got him, we got Llama, we got Chromers, and we got Willful. So every like blue moon or something like that, we're gonna have them like maybe we'll do a dual comm on a Q&A or something like that, and answer questions together, or maybe you guys might have some direct questions that you want to ask them on stuff. And I want to be able to make this a new exciting thing, like bring some like fresh energy into Revise, if you will. All right, with that being said, let's get into these questions. Okay, we got two questions coming from Miss Daisy 91, a member of Revise, and she says, what does it take to play competitive for RG? All right, what does it take to play competitive for RG? We actually have some guidelines for our competitors, or people that are interested in competing for Revise, and I should pull it up. Give me 1 second to pull it up real quick. All right, we're gonna skim through a few of these. Okay, one of the things that are a requirement to play under Revise, one of the most important things, is the passion to play and the passion to win. Another one of those things is also being available to practice with your team. So that, for example, like most teams have like scrims and learning routes, watching VODs, watching other teams playing, stuff like that. So just be available to practice. Like, you gotta have a pretty open schedule for most things, especially when the states and stuff open back up and you need to travel to like go to events and stuff like that. So you just gotta kind of have an open schedule. As I tell like most of like people who try to get into competitive or like teams for Revise, is that I don't want you to like quit your job, sit at home, don't do nothing, just to sit around and play the game, because wanting to become a competitive player is like a big dream. It once was a previous dream of mine, but at the end of the day, you still have to put food on the table and stuff like that. So, or you got kids that you gotta get them ready for school in the morning, or things like that. So I don't want you to just throw away your personal life just to compete or anything like some points it do take a big drive to be able to, sacrifice like going to hang out with friends and stuff like that, so that you're able to practice and play at a higher level. Because some people play 18 hours a day, or 12 hours a day, and if you think 4 to 6 hours of practice just isn't enough to compete at the highest levels of things, if you really want to win and make a profit or a turnout or a career out of competitive gaming. So another one of those things is, being able to take criticism. Like sometimes you play a team-oriented game like Call of Duty or Overwatch or CSGO and stuff like that, and sometimes you might not see eye to eye with your teammates, and you got to be able to take criticism. Like, I don't want you to just roll over and just take bashing or anything like that, but sometimes you just have to take the criticism for what it is. If you did something wrong and you feel you did something wrong, or if the majority of your team feel like you did something wrong, then you got to just be able to take that information, roll with it, and just try not to do it again. But I'll try to pull up the rest of the guidelines up on the screen, just in case that you're interested in reading it, because I shouldn't take all the time to just read all of it, because there's a fair amount of rules that I expect from players representing Revise that maybe everybody don't expect, but I feel like it's a good starting point, really. Alright, and for the second question is, in the future, would there be tournaments for Revise Gaming members that don't necessarily have a prize? They could even just be bragging rights. Alright, so just not too long ago, I was in Firefly's stream, and she actually brought that up too, and I think you both had the same interests up in it. So I told her that I know a few games Modern Warfare has Warzone, where you can have custom matches and you can do teams like that. Warzone's a free-to-play game. If need be, and we really want to do it, we can have people download the game. It takes up a lot of space, but we can get it done to where we can do have a captain for each team, from having one Revise member and then maybe a few of their personal friends, and you just represent as, let's say for example, Team Daisy or Team Fire or Team F or something like that, and we just see who comes out on top. I chatted with her about Apex needing, I think tournament keys to play custom matches on there. That's another free-to-play game that one don't require as much space as Warzone, but I think it'll be a little tricky to figure out how the keys and stuff work. So that's another outlet for us to look at. And there's other games, I'm not sure who all has PCs and stuff like that. It's a lot of free-to-play titles that we can go for, so people won't have to spend money to play and stuff like that. But I understand having a tournament, even just being a friendly tournament amongst the members and stuff like that would be real cool, and something I've been wanting to do for a while myself anyway. So I've actually watched a few organizations and stuff like that do things like that, so I feel it'll be good for knowing your fellow member, and just overall fun in general, good content, things like that. But along the way, we will think about implementing some type of prize or something like that. I'm gonna just lay this out right here. I've actually thought about doing streamer of the month type of deals and stuff like that, and maybe after so many months of being the streamer of the month, maybe by the end of the year, maybe Christmas or something, we do a prize for a streamer of the year kind of thing, if you will. Maybe we can help you with some stuff on your setups or something like that. Maybe you need a camera, or maybe you want a mic, or something like that. We could just do something nice with that. I think that'll really work out. Alright, right here we're gonna answer some reoccurring questions that we had previously, since we don't really have too much to go off this week's quick Q&A. Hopefully next week we have a few more questions, but we're gonna go with some old previous reoccurring questions that's not totally new, but deserves to be answered, I guess. So this one is where's the merch? So we're in talks with some people to try to figure out what we're gonna do about the merch situation, and we showed some concept arts and of shirts and had some concerns on how I plan on like doing, more feminine like type designs for, the women of Revise. Like everything that I might like or something like that may not be everybody's like cup of tea or whatever. So not saying like it's a bad thing or nothing like that. Like I understand like you wanna look nice. So we're still working on like different concepts for, merch and stuff like that. We wanted to have it out by the middle of November, but it's not looking too likely. Maybe we can try for December, or if we get in talks with like a real good like company that we can get stuff out at an affordable price, have it specially customized, because like I tell people all the time, it's easy to just go take a shirt and just slap a logo on it, but I feel like that's not really giving like the vibe and the energy of like what you really want to put out. I feel like sometimes that's half-assing it. So I just want to make sure that we have custom merch, make sure it's the highest quality for people buying it and stuff like that. Like you don't want to sell them something that's go wither away when you put it in the washer or anything like that. So try to make sure we get the things that are affordable to produce, something that doesn't take long to manufacture, and things that are made from like your highest quality items for affordable cost. So that's what's really going on with the merch situation. Like I've been on a few outlets, I've talked to some people, but my main thing is trying to have it custom made and not just something that you print a logo on. So with that being said, that's the answer to like what's going on with the merch right now. I know I hyped it up for a long time, and I really hate that it's not out right now, because I want to walk around with my my Revise stuff on and have people ask like, oh, what's that? And then I could be like, oh yeah, this is something from the organization that I created, and this and that. So that's really what's really going on with that. Last question is, how do we plan on to expand, grow content within Revise and within all its members? So here we are. This is one of the first steps in expanding, like what are we going to be doing with content. My biggest gripe with myself is not making sure that we get content out on a consistent basis, and make sure that it's high quality content, and making sure that we get things out when it should be on time and stuff like that. Like for example, with the October montage, it's not out yet. It's still being worked on, but it's not out yet, and I beat myself over the head for not getting it out when I need to get it out, because in maybe a few short days or a week or two, we're going to be asking to get those clips for the November montage, but the October one's not out. So we're trying to make sure that we start working on getting things out on a consistent basis, and pushing the content like it should be. In addition to that, we need to find like new ways to push our creators' content, like other than just like tweets and stuff. Like we just need to go above and beyond, if you will. Maybe I need to reopen and start doing more things on the other social sites. Like if you do know, or if you don't know, we have Facebook and Instagram. Not really active like how we're active on Twitter, and that's mainly because account information and stuff like that, and making sure everything gets around where it needs to be. So gotta get in with the managers on that and figure out how I want to do that, because I would love for the other sites to be up and just as active as the Twitter account. We've been active every day since June 13th. So it's like it's been a lot. It's been a long time for Revise, and we need to prioritize having the other sites up, so everyone that doesn't use Twitter has the opportunity to catch you guys' content and stuff like that. And other ways of expanding, like going back to the tournament thing, is like getting the creators together to collab on things and stuff like that, so your audiences merges together and meet something new, or meet someone new, and things like that. So it's really, really good. I've seen a lot of people from when I'm lurking in you guys chats that be in other people's chats and stuff like that, which is awesome to see, because it lets me know that y'all care about your fellow member and stuff. The hosts and the raids and stuff I be seeing is real awesome to see. So I commend you all on that. much, yeah. So we're just trying to get on the schedule this time around and make sure everything gets out when it needs to get out. You know, no slacking, no anything like that, unless something like comes up or unless there's not enough content to where it requires a video. Maybe it may just require a post. So maybe it just will require a post or something like that. So we'll just be looking, see it, and check it out. So you know how we do things here, and as always, we want to put you guys first. Like that's another reason why merch isn't the hugest priority in like what we're doing, because I want you guys to grow before Revise grow, because with you guys growing, Revise grows through you guys. So that's how things work around here, really. So hopefully that was like, you know, a pretty standard answer. Like maybe when, you know, we get a podcast going and all of the management team is on board, you guys can hear some interesting conversations on the thought process of how things are going to work, as far as, you know, helping the creators, helping the streamers, helping the pro players and stuff like that. Well, obviously they're not pros yet, they're scrubs right now, but you know, helping them get to where they need to be. Like, you guys are awesome with the support. I know regardless of if they win or lose, you got their back, so they appreciate it, I appreciate it, so there's that. This has really been a good conversation, and the video's been going on for a long time, so without further ado, we're gonna end it right here. Thank you all for watching, but also in addition, we're gonna have our top 3 plays of the week coming at you guys right now.
Handled.
Enemy took Alpha. Enemy spy plane found.
One's down, that guy's down, that guy's down, that guy's down,
Steal my kills.
that guy's down.
I had to punch him with it.
Someone down.
Damn it. Spawns. Death.
Boba, get out of here. Oh my gosh. This is why I rage and rank. Get this bitch, please. Do you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. It's so
Fuck this bitch.
That's
Get your titties out of my face. Oh my gosh, she's just putting her ass out of my face. What is this game?
I'm zoning.